Nandito ako ngayon sa Sea of Galilee na kung saan atin pong ma-experience ang panunood sa magandang lugar dito na kung saan ang dagat po na ito ay dito po ang mga apostoles ng ating Panginoon Kristo at dito po si Jesus 2,000 years ago sa lugar na ito. So ngayon ating maranasan na sasakay sa bangka dito sa dagat ng Galilea. The ancient boat. So pasok na tayo doon sa ating sasakyang na bangka dito sa dagat ng Galilea. So malapit na po tayo sa ating bangka.
תגידי לכם לשבת גם בצד שני, הסירה תסתובב, הצל יהיה פה.
You get shade on both sides, so it's okay to sit here or there.
They get sun on both sides. Blue dog.
Is that a good plan? Okay, so we'll do a few minutes introductory, welcoming people, sailing.
Ano ang masabi natin tayo? Nandito tayo sa bangka dito sa dagat na nandito noon ng ating Panginoon Kristo ang mga apostol 2,000 years ago.
Alam mo, yung history, this is a repeat history because as we know, Jesus here was pictured on San Pedro together with the other apostles. San Pedro is walking with Jesus.
Amen.
But due to his faith, doubt, he sank in Christ, rescued him.
Amen.
Because of doubtfulness, San Pedro is sinking. The same as we are today in modern times. We sink because of faith.
Okay, everybody here. Babu, hi. Where are you going, my friend?
If we focus our
Oh, he's gonna walk on the water across the lake? Okay. Oh, he's gonna ride on this. Yes.
sinfulness, that we are willing to be Christ in full in our lives. Because life with Christ really is
So, salamat tayo po to ang tatay ni Father Darwin. So, masaya sila dito. Kasawa ng kanyang asawa. Sakay dito sa bangka dito sa dagat ng Galilea.
People that stands, you can take a chair on the there on the back, because when we tend the boat, there will be no sun there.
So bago kami alis dito sa bangka ay mag-flag ceremony muna.
Alam ng puso, sarili ko'y buhay, lupang hiligan.
Dandahan na po kaming umalis habang tinataas yung bandila ng Pilipinas.
Ay nilagang tularan, awit sa bagay nilamahal, ang isang ng wakaman, tuwing tagumpay dalalim. Ang ituwid at araw yan na yan, mamay mag-ibig, luwan ang araw na roon, pati pasila, ay langit sa atin mo. Ang ligaya ng pagkay na maaari, ang matay ng narisyo.
Manata mga kabayan. So paalis na po ang bangka namin. Nandito tayo ngayon sa Sea of Galilee. Ang dagat na kung saan dito nangingisda ang mga apostol.
Okay guys, let's sit there on the orange stands. Now it's shade there. Go sit on the chairs there. Don't sit on these orange stands. This is a safety equipment. Thank you.
God is good. God is good. All the time. God is good.
God is good.
All the time, sempre.
All the time, sempre.
Let's do it again. Sister Alex. God is good. One more. God is good. All the time. Bet Malu.
Okay, my friends. So, welcome to the Sea of Galilee. So finally, we are sailing on the Sea of Galilee. A very, very special moment here in this pilgrimage. We've been all looking forward for this. And here we are on a wooden boat, sailing on this beautiful, beautiful place. To give you an idea about the Sea of Galilee, which is actually a lake. This is the largest freshwater reservoir in the country, and it gets fed with fresh water that flows from the north, from the foothills of the Hermon mountain. Remember I told you when we touched the water it was cold, because earlier we had cold weather, so we had snow up at the Hermon, and now with all this sunshine it's melting and it's all flowing and gushing down through the Jordan River into the Sea of Galilee, and then further on all the way to the Dead Sea. So we're in this place after the heavy rain season. We're still below sea level here, about 212, 250 meters below sea level, in the area that is part of the Syrian African Rift Valley. Right across on the east, we see this big plateau. Anyone can guess? I told some of you already. What is this? Golan. Very good. Golan Heights. All of this is the Golan Heights, about 1,000 kilometers square. So this is east, behind us is west, and that's north, and this is south. All this morning, we were visiting the holy sites on the northwestern shore of the lake. So all the places, can you name places we visited earlier? Beatitudes, Capernaum, Multiplication, Dagat, Primacy, all of these places, you can see they are right over here on the northwestern corner of the lake, the shore, okay? So the places where Jesus performed miracles, the ministry of Jesus was located mostly away from the city of Tiberias. Look at the Tiberias down over that way. That is Tiberias. Few of you asked me already about Tiberias, and that's Tiberias right there. The time of Jesus, it was a pagan city, right? Built to honor the Emperor Tiberius the Roman. Okay, folks? So the lake itself, if you wanted to drive around it, it's about 50 kilometers. In length, about 21, 22. And if you want to cross it, it's about 13. So it's not that huge. In 1 hour you can go around it. But yet it gets in some areas very, very deep. Okay? So I would like to turn it over to my partner, Arlette, to share something with you.
Hello, everyone. How do you say good afternoon? Remind me. Maayong palik. Palis. Alright. I'm happy to talk to you all, not only our group, but the other group, and I just want to add something of my colleague, what he said about the Lake of Tiberia. You see the boat, this boat? Look at the far end of the boat, at the edge. You see a red roof of a church? This is the primacy of Peter. This is where you touch the water of the Sea of Galilee. And further up above that church, you see like something that it's covering the plants, which is the banana fields. There's the Beatitudes Church on top. You see it? Yeah, you see it? Good. So we focused on that area in the morning. We visited 4 churches actually, and we did the Beatitudes. This is Beatitudes, the one on the top, Primacy, Tabga beside it, and we have Capernaum on the other side. Now I just want to add something about the Lake of Tiberia, which Sam have explained to you. He talked about the water, big reservoir, but actually we can say it in a small little word that this is a wide river of a river Jordan. This is what does it mean, Sea of Galilee, wide river of a river Jordan. And as he said that, and I mentioned that also to my group in the bus, that it comes from Mount Hermon, it goes here all the way, and it goes south, that area, you see at the edge or at the far end of that mountain area, that the mountain, it goes very slow down like a slope. At the end of it, this is south. This is where the beginning of the river Jordan starts, which it is, this is the wide river of the Jordan. It means you touch the water. Any place you touch the water of the river Jordan, it's the same river. But exactly where Jesus was baptized is where we went the first day when you came, when you arrived from the border 2 days ago or yesterday, can't remember. Alright, so there is the river Jordan where Jesus was baptized beside the desert. But this is also a wide river of a river Jordan. Now, this is what I wanted to add a little bit. But what we usually do in the boats, we let you feel, as Sam have said, this is a very beautiful place. We long to be here in the boat for one reason, not only to have a boat ride. I know everybody had a boat ride in the Philippines, I'm sure about it. But this is very special. The boats during the time of Jesus, it wasn't like this boat, big boat. No, they were small boats. And if we remember, there's a story that we usually read about it. This is what Father is going to read later on about the storm. We know that Jesus was sleeping in the boat, and the disciples, they were trying to be with Jesus, and all of a sudden a storm hit the boat. almost turned the boat upside down. Till now, when we have storms, it's really gonna be a hard storm hitting the boats, hitting the area of Tiberia. But at that moment, Jesus was sleeping. Don't you ever think that Jesus doesn't know what we have inside us? He knows everything. He knows that there will be a storm, but this is like a test. Okay? A test that it comes, and that test, when something is gonna hurt us, it means that test, it comes from the devil. He wanna test us to see how much we have faith, right? All of us, we fall because we are all human. When Jesus was sleeping in the boat, all of a sudden, that storm hit. Disciples started, "Save us, Master, we are drowning, we are dead, we're gonna die. Save us, wake up." And they thought that he's just sleeping, he cannot feel anything. But honestly, he knew that there would be a storm in that sea. And he stood up. What did he say to his disciple? "You are lack of faith. I'm with you in the boat, and you still lack of faith." It's what I said about Peter when he wanted to walk on the water, and all of a sudden he lost faith, he drowned, right? It means this is a lesson for us today to learn at the end of this pilgrimage day, today only, that we have tests that face us. And I know each one of you who came from the Philippines, each one of you have a storm, have problems, relative, houses, lands, fighting, partners, whatever, work, business, all this is nothing. We have storms, we fight with everybody, we fight with our colleagues. But if we really think about that storm, the only one who can calm that storm in us, what? Jesus. If
Amen.
we
Praise the Lord.
have faith and we forgive and we love, and as I explained in Cana of Galilee, when we went there to change the water into wine, I told you, in the moment you get into the church, you have to throw all your burdens inside the church, leave it there, and go out and live a pure life. Have a taste of life like the taste of the wine that they tasted. So here, if each one has something in his heart, that storm that it keeps killing you, it's going to kill you by yourself. Nobody will heal that, except if you hold your rosary, or if you don't hold your rosary. You pray hard, you have faith in God. God will save you from this storm. He will solve all our problems. That's why Jesus, he rebuked the storm. He just stood up and he lifted up his hand. Everything was quiet. The disciples, they were surprised. They said even the wind and the water, the whatever it is, it was all calmed down. So it means we forget God sometimes. That's why we have that storm. We are aggressive. But if we remember for 1 second that we have God, I think this aggressiveness will go away. God and Jesus will calm down this storm that we have it inside. Think about it. I will give the mic for Father so we can read about the storm. I know you read it, you know it very well, maybe better than me. But after we give the mic for Father to read about the storm, just for 30 seconds, I'm not asking for 1 minute, a whole minute, 30 seconds, close your eyes, think of your storms, and leave it to God. He will calm all your storms, no matter what you have in the Philippines or in US or anywhere that you have these storms in your heart. Calm it down. Everything will be solved. But we should not fall into temptation. Temptation kills sometimes. We don't need that. We are human. At the end, we're gonna die. We're not gonna take anything with us. No money, no houses, no lands, no relative, nothing. You'll be on your own. So you can face God with really in a calm heart and a calm soul with you. Thank you.
Offertory song. The homily is the offertory song. Let's sing the offertory song. Okay, let's read the Holy Gospel according to Saint Mark. The Lord be with you. A reading of the Holy Gospel according to Saint Mark. Lord, your Lord. That day, when evening came, he said to his disciples, "Let us go over to the other side." Leaving the crowd behind, they took him along just as he was in the boat. There were also other boats with him. A furious storm came up, and the waves broke over the boat so that it was nearly collapsed. Jesus was in the stern, sleeping on the boat. The disciples woke him and said to him, "Teacher, don't you care if we drown?" He got up, rebuked the wind, and said to the waves, "Quiet, be still." Then the wind died down, and it was completely calm. He said to his disciples, "Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith?" They were terrified and asked each other, "Who is this? Even the wind and the waves obey him." The Gospel of the Lord. So, good afternoon. Jesus is very tired and exhausted, and he got asleep. No, because sleeping is a temporary death, and death is a permanent sleep. So when you sleep this moment, you are practicing your death. At kung natutulog ka, tulog lang. No? Huwag kang mahiya. At pakiusap, huwag kang humilik. Dahil nakadisturbo ka sa katibi mo na natutulog din. So Jesus is exhausted because of his ministry in Capernaum, in Bethsaida, and Chorazin. He fall asleep because of he is exhausted, of his mission. But despite of that, there is storm, great storm na ranasan nila. So si Pedro ay full of fear na. Siya ang expert dito sa lugar na ito dahil siya po ay mangingisda. Si Kristo ay karpentero lang, no? Pero si Kristo ay natutulog kahit malaki yung alon, kahit merong malakas na bagyo. Pero ano ba ang kahulugan nito? Sa ating buhay, kahit gaano kalakas ang bagyo, kahit gaano kalakas ang mga waves, kapag si alon, kapag si Kristo ay kasama natin, we can sleep well. Because Jesus is the King of Peace. Jesus is the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the God of Gods. So kung si Kristo nandyan sa ating buhay, masarap yung tulog natin kahit meron pang mga malaking alon, malaking bagyo na dumating sa ating buhay. No? Ang kailangan natin ay si Kristo lang. Sabi ni Mother Teresa, love Christ, only Christ, nothing but Christ. So sana sa pagbisita natin sa Holy Land, nadagdagan ang ating pag-ibig. Kanino? Hindi sa bagay, hindi sa fame, hindi sa wealth, but to the source of everything, who is Jesus. So hingin natin sa Panginoon, increase our faith. Increase our faith. Sabi ni Kristo sa kanyang mga disipulo, kung meron kayong faith o pananampalataya katulad ng mustard seed. Yung mustard seed, hindi pa tayo nakakita ng mustard seed. No? Yan pinakamaliit na seed sa buong mundo. If you have the size of your faith like a mustard seed, you can move mountain. You can do impossible things. If you have faith, but mostly we are full of fear. We are full of doubt. We are full of questions. So Jesus is now empowering us to increase and to activate your faith, not your fear. When we activate our faith, we can move mountains. One time, merong pumupunta sa akin at walking possessed yung anak niya. 3 months na kami nag-exercise at nag-deliverance, hindi pa lumayas ang demonyo. At sabi niya sa akin, Father, nandun yun sa bahay yung demonyo. Sige, ikaw na mag-deliverance sa bahay mo. Father, natatakot ako. Kapag namumuhay ka sa takot, hindi mawawala yung demonyo. Activate your faith, not your fear. So, sabi ko sa nanay, ikaw na mag-deliverance sa bahay mo, hindi ako pupunta sa inyo. At tapos mo ma-deliverance ang bahay mo, i-deliverance mo yung anak mo, araw-araw. Dahil yung deliverance is the right dose of the evil one. So, anong right dose sa evil one? Is the prayer of deliverance. Matorture yung demonyo. Ano ba yung right dose sa fever? Biogesic. Ano bang right dose sa ubo? Dicolgin. No? Kung may ubo ka, hindi ka inom ng biogesic. Kung may lagnat ka, hindi ka inom ng tusiran. Because the right dose of fever is biogesic. The right dose of the evil spirit is the prayer of deliverance. So, sabi ko sa kanya, kung meron kang pananampalataya, sing laki ng mustard seed, you can do impossible thing. Susubukan ko, Father. Pag uwi niya sa bahay nila, nag-deliverance na siya. So, yung anak niya ay nag-wild. Sabi ng mga demonyo sa katawan ng anak niya, marami kami. Nauna pa kami sa inyo. Hindi pa kayo nakatira dito. Kami, nauna pa sa inyo. No? At tumawa pa. So, Father, no? Yung mga demonyo, Father, nagsasalita. Huwag mong kausapin sila. Continue praying. And then after prayer of deliverance to your house, your daughter. Deliverance your daughter. So, while nag-deliverance siya sa kanyang anak, yung upuan niya ay hinihila mga 5 to 10 meters. So, natatakot siya. Sabi niya, Father, hinihila yung upuan ko. At nangyari mga kapatid, sabi ko sa kanya, na ipahila lang yan, yung upuan mo. Focus on the prayer. Activate your faith, not your fear. Alam nyo, hindi umabot ng 7 beses na dasal niya sa deliverance sa bahay niya at sa kanyang anak. Hindi umabot ng 7 beses. 7 araw. Completely liberated na ang bahay. Completely liberated na ang bata. Completely healed na po sa karamdaman na kanyang matagal lang inaasam na mawala sa kanya. Bakit? She activated her faith, not his fear. At sinabihan ko sila, wag na kayong bumalik dito. You are completely liberated and healed. Father, bakit kami ang pinagbawalan mo? Pumunta sa office ninyo. You are healed and you are liberated because of your faith. What a power if we have faith. So, what the thing that we need now, the essential thing that we need now is to ask Jesus to augment our faith, to increase our faith, and we can do impossible things. Amen.
Amen.
God is good.
Amen.
God is good.
Grabe!
God is good.
Grabe!
All the time.
Siyempre!
Very good. Pet Malu.
We're gonna jump in the water. Yellow, Father.
Hey,
Let's go. Alright.
Like Michael Jackson.
Look how he's gonna walk now.
That's a good one.
They walk there.
I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Was grace that taught my heart to fear and raise my fears relief. How precious did first believe. My chains are gone, I've been set free. My God, my Savior has ransomed me. And like a fly, His mercy reigns. Unending love from grace to grace. Nabihti ba tabasta? Hasdo,